This is your
Hey,
leader.
back pockets, side pockets,
Low
in the
rises.
covers.
Extra fifth pockets.
And zippers.
What's up, you guys?
YKKs.
Welcome back to Redemption Reacts. I'm Zach.
I'm Nick.
Annyeong, Loibnida.
I'm Keith.
I'm Curtis.
And I'm Marigina Uzumaki.
We have another New Jeans song.
New jeans.
This is their third single, or I guess that's what we call it.
Pre-single.
Hurt. But before we jump into it, please hit the subscribe button, like,
Or I'ma be
share.
You hurt, young?
Yeah, we just heard about it. If you
Share.
guys just do that, then the day will be better.
One hug for Nick.
One like,
Just
one
one like
share.
a day.
I'll buy a 30,000 subscriber a new pair of jeans.
Like, all right, I want a Marys too.
But
I'm like,
hold
they
out
don't
the
ship
whole
to your
time?
country, bro. Volume.
보고 싶은 생각에 들어간 우리 창에 나는 말을 거는데 보내지는 않을래 느린 한마디보다 조용함이 더 좋아 기다리고 있지만 매일 이런 건 아냐 난 재미없어 게임 같은 건 다 필요 없어 아무리 좋아도 널 더 말로만은 지겨운 걸 먼저 와서 보여줘 먼저 와서 보여줘 Cause I'm not gonna be the one to get hurt Hey, I'm not gonna be the one to get hurt Hey, I'm not gonna be the one to get hurt Hey
Doing it. Doja Summer Walker.
Oh, yeah.
The Doja Summer Walker.
I'm not gonna be the one to get hurt.
I'm always saying summer because they a little straightforward with the way they talk about
전에 그리고 또 아침에 쥐고 있는 내 손엔 너는 화면인데 느린 한마디보다 조용함이 더 좋아 기다리고 있지만 매일 이런 건 아냐 난 재미없어 게임 같은 건 다 필요 없어 아무리 좋아도 널 말로만은 지겨운 걸 먼저 와서 보여줘 먼저 와서 보여줘 Cause I'm not gonna be the one to get hurt I'm not gonna
They trying to have anthems over there like, I'm not gonna be the one to get hurt.
And like the girls was going crazy for this. The girls was going crazy when Hurt came out. That's how they be on Twitter.
I'm not gonna be the one to get hurt.
여기까지야 네가 와 있는 곳은 너무 멀어서 I'm not gonna be the one to get hurt 여기까지야 네가 와 있는 곳은
Somebody gotta bring us home.
너무 멀어서 I'm not gonna be the one to get hurt
Oh, they shoot. So you was trying to get the attention of a hype boy and got hurt. Interesting.
She's not gonna be the one.
This fucking video raw. They shot this shit outside the studio.
That's what I was gonna say. I like when you compare this to
It's all
the.
close up, so
I was gonna say you compare this to the first one. It's basically all like close-ups, which, like you said, this is totally different in the aspect that attention. You see the big dancing and everything, or the choreography and everything like that. Not to mention the narrative. The second was the follow-up to that, but you get all the members'
More,
perspectives
the
of them
story
going
types
out.
and everything.
And then you get them talking about like, look, I'm not about to be the one that's gonna get hurt in this, even and it's all close-ups and kind of
God bless you.
bless you.
Thank you.
Excuse me. All personal and intimate with this one. I really dig this. I like this as the third not really. I guess it's not the third single because they're not doing a traditional release, but it's just giving you 5 different vibes from them. Whereas, like I said, Attention is the upbeat dance one. Like, okay, this is our choreography. This is how we move, as well as the narrative. And then you go into the second song, Hype Boy, where it's still kind of chilled out, but still kind of like a mid-tempo groove. I love the production that they have with them. These Rhodes piano, kind of chill, jazzy drums, or more R&B drums and everything like that. Like
They're
it's
not
real
doing.
dope.
They're
It's
not doing
super
nothing.
digital. Yeah,
They're not doing nothing to mask these young girls' voices.
Yeah.
Is really what it is.
They're not
Every
trying to
time
mask
a
the
track come
voices.
on, all you hear is, ah, it's like, okay, I know exactly what the fuck I'm about to
I'm
get.
not gonna lie, man. They 3 for 3 as far as just unboxing them and kind of showing, you know, what you want to do or what to expect from them. So I like this, man. I like this a lot.
Also, a little not uncanny, but their approach is already different than a lot of people too. Like I said, they didn't have no concept, and I know that's not like a concept in the sense of it wasn't a rollout. Like, yo, this members are going to be doing this.
Vampires from the
and-
future.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean.
Also ninjas.
I told you I kind of like that there's just like
Normal teenage girls, yeah.
girls just like doing shit. And then I just like the vibe and aesthetic. The whole when Attention came on, how it felt like it was an MV at first, and then like it rolled into like the music video with Hype Boy. Just the whole, you know, I'm pretty sure other K-pop groups have done videos where you get POVs or other views from, you know, other people. But I still think that was interesting for them so early on in their career. And then just this, where it's just all just straight like raw and just face shots. It looked like this could have been an Instagram filter and just them singing in front of like, you know, Instagram and stuff.
Barely any makeup. Just
And all vocal shit. Like, it's just, I think Hob is already showing people like, yo, like, you know, the production and stuff is decent, but it's just like these girls is gonna kill shit vocally before anything else. So I like that, man. And relatable music. This not even trying to be funny, I'm pretty sure like this is much more relatable than, how can I be nice?
a lot of songs that we've heard, or a lot of girl group songs that we hear get pushed out
gonna
commonly.
name names. And
Yeah,
shit.
no, I wasn't like trying to like single people out or do anything, but it's just like we've definitely seen people try to take something and make metaphors out of something and reach a little bit with something or be a little extra. This is just straightforward. Like, nigga, you gonna get it, not me. Like,
honestly.
you know what I mean? So I appreciate sometimes just
And
direct lyrics.
it's realistic too, because if anybody who's dealt with somebody, especially, you know, you dealing with women, you even grown women, you dealt with some grown on this kind of like time, like I'm not gonna be this, or, you know, playing chicken when it comes to who gonna text who's first, or who's gonna do what, or who's gonna be the first to kind of really go in to the situation. Obviously, more so when it's young love or puppy love, if you want to put it with them, it's going to be a little bit more like that's at the forefront of how they thinking or whatever like that. Whereas as an adult, 9 times out of 10, someone should be a little bit more straightforward. But with kids and stuff like,
Yeah.
oh, I was
Yeah, with
Oh,
smoky.
shit, I was-
Yeah, with smoky moments over there.
scared the shit out of me. But yeah. So I think I like how they really pushing them out there. Just like you said, the concept is they are the concept. It's really them. It's just, you know, teenage girls ages 14 to 18, kind of just so you get a different vibe for every age group or every year and kind of like high school and everything like that. So
I'm feeling it because it's not too much to impact from like all this. If real life is like you said, that game of chicken people play, where it's just like, oh, you gotta text me first.
I'm
Like,
not double
I'm not
texting.
double texting you, or I'm just
Yeah.
if you don't say we're going on a date, like I'm not even asking you about it.
Or
Like,
kind of like what they were saying, like when you try to engage in the conversation, but you feel like you doing all the carrying, and I gotta drag fucking
I'm not about to keep
responses
asking
out of
questions.
you. Like, so how was your day? Fine.
yeah,
What you been up to? Nothing. What you doing? Nothing.
Chilling.
Watching. Like, yo, like,
now when girls text like that, I be like, oh, she not feeling me.
like, all right.
When
Yeah, I'll
girls
talk to
feeling you,
tomorrow.
they be on your dick. They be like, hey, you ate king, you all right, daddy?
everything funny.
Everything funny. You be like, yeah, my day was long as shit. They're like, you crazy.
I was thinking about you though.
Yo, you really can tell when girls like you.
Just be random shit you say. They, oh my god, like
No,
calling
man,
for no reason.
they'll send you a song like, yo, this came when I thought about you. Be like,
yeah, that's the cute part of everything.
I like this song. I really enjoyed it. Like 3 times the charm, I feel like. I said in the previous I think it was their first song we heard, how it felt like beat footage. Like this was so natural where it felt like they was like, yo, let's just run this joint. We gonna see y'all come out real quick. And it was like, all right, we chilling, might as well. And the shit came out perfect. It just seemed like they were sitting on some high school stuff and just, let's just do this real quick. And it came out really, really
That was in
good.
front of Seoul High School.
Yeah, it just felt so natural. Like, you know what I mean? Like nothing, like you guys were mentioning on, nothing added to it. Just like perfect, honestly. I do wish it was a little bit of jazz at the end, a little bit. But other than that, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling them.
Yeah, this could have turned into a bottle. Like, I'm not gonna be out with that.
Yeah. Like, we gonna say that for album number 2.
Well, I mean, like to be honest, a lot of the other songs they did do those runs at the end of it. So this is just kind of like
that's why I
them.
vibe with it.
This is them just kind of like, well, we just gonna keep it simple.
I still feel like it wasn't. I get what you mean, because obviously we run into that thing of every song can't end like that. But I still feel like it wouldn't have changed the complexity of anything.
I don't think so,
You know
but
what
I think it becomes.
But I
like,
know what you mean.
I think after a while it becomes like
repetitive.
the ER nurse. Like when you first start the ER nurse, and I mean, oh my God, like there's so much stuff. Like we had a gunshot, we had a car accident by a year or two. Like 2 gunshots, 3 car accidents. Somebody lost the arm. Normal day.
It's your third track, Keith. Let these niggas know who you is. Like,
Well, that's true.
Because with that analogy, that's how groups that's 4 years in, or this our 30th comeback should be acting.
But-
I know you're not saying that's
but they have also shown us many different sides in those 3 tracks so far. You know what I mean? They didn't kind of just hit you with, because it's easy for you to have a banger, and we gonna keep you on that same thing. Like it's so easy to fall into that trap because it hit once, it's gonna hit again, and it might. But how long can you keep doing that? You know what I mean? You musically Kevin Hart yourself, and like nobody kind of want to do that.
There's 5 of y'all in the group though. It ain't like you gonna kill yourself.
But the sound, you know what I mean? Like you kind of want to keep the sound different.
Yeah. Well, it didn't even have to be. My thing is, it didn't have to be like a high falsetto or something. It could have just been a little bit more layering, or just a little bit more.
Oh, that's
going
true.
on. So it's just
Or like maybe like a multi-voice round of the hook.
yeah, because it
I
kind
can
of
see
just
that.
sizzled out, and that's fine. Like I said, it ain't like a gripe. The song's still an 8 out of 10 for me. Shit, but
Yeah. No, I thought this was cool. Even down to like the lack of expression in some cases where they're singing the hook looking into the camera. Like even the way she in the song. It literally was like dead ass. I'm not going to be the one to get hurt in this. Like there's no way I'm putting myself in that situation. And you just kind of get that vibe. It's just kind of like you can hear them singing and you see the lips moving, but you can also look at this as them saying this in their head internally, and it would still fit. I thought this was cool. It definitely gave me the beat definitely gave me like Floetry Butterflies reference, or Michael Jackson, or whatever you want to call it, whoever you like did it better. But just like kind of yeah. Definitely neo soul
This remind
vibe.
me of Me, Myself, and I, Beyonce.
But it's definitely a good joint. So they are what, 16 to 18 or 14 to 18? This is very mature music, but it's relatable to their age, if that makes sense too. So it's not like I'm not gonna be, you know what I mean, like ditzy bopping around, or like, you know,
The Aegyo.
super.
Not doing too much.
with a certain beat, that should have been hot too.
No, it would have, but but out of the 3 songs, that we saw, that's not what they're going for. They're definitely going for an age bracket, but in a mature sense, a way of going about it. You know what I mean? It's almost like Destiny Child's first album, like the first album, where everything was like Supreme-like, but it was, the context was very teeny.
I'm heavy raining.
And then, you got other stuff like Bills after that. So, I mean, who knows where they go after this. But, I mean, for now, I definitely like the sound. It definitely appeals to a wide audience. Like, you can hit everybody from the teeny bopper age because they're still going through it. But the sound will pull in maybe older guys or older people who like that classical neo-soul kind of traditional R&B sound. All in all, I thought this was a good joint. 3 for 3 for me.
Yeah, I think this was really solid, and they really, as what seems to be kind of the case with the group, it feels like they really didn't have to do too much necessarily to express everything. Everything came across natural. The production was very minimal but effective in that regard. As you said, their voices are really just kind of what carry everything. And I certainly love that aspect of it as well. And Keith, you had pointed out earlier as the video was on that, there was very little to no makeup for a lot of them. So they're, and in relation to the close-ups and things of that nature, I think they did a really great job of just kind of making them, they are as they are who they appeared to be. And as I was tying that back to the production, same is true with their vocals and with their music, at least the sense that we're getting through so far. So I did really like this a lot, and as you guys had said, basically that whole idea that, you're not going to be the one to text or double text. You're kind of like, you want this person, or you want them to kind of want to be in your life or want to be with you or anything like that, but you kind of feel it almost sizzling out, but you don't want to be the one to kind of reach out and hold on to that connection for lack of embarrassment or pride or any of those sort of things perhaps. But I think that is kind of conveyed in a really innocent yet mature way as well, within the context of how they set up this song. And initially, kind of first hearing it, I did want a little bit more of a vocal run at the end, not necessarily falsettos or anything, but just more experimentation with the layering or harmonizing perhaps. But as I kind of was watching it again, I kind of feel like I understand why they did that, and this is kind of where I'm kind of on the opposite end of the aisle with you guys, in the sense that the whole I'm not going to get hurt, I feel like it's almost you're trying to convince yourself you're not going to get hurt, but you actually are hurt, rather than moving on from that. But the reason I'm getting at is because the somberness and kind of the straightforward tone of it almost feels like it's like almost regretful in a sense. Like it really just feels like mostly trying to convince yourself, but also as you see it in the video, there's a lot of hazing effects kind of in the close-ups when they kind of boost up a little bit of the saturation, it feels like. And usually when that's conveyed, usually when you see that, it's usually a dream-esque kind of state that's being conveyed. You often see it in anything that alludes to like Shakespeare, like Midsummer Night's Dream, things like that, or usual dream sequences just kind of have that hazy filter to kind of distort the reality a little bit. So with the haziness and kind of the lower tone of their vocals, it really feels like they're mostly trying to convince themselves. And particularly the one lyric that I liked most probably as far as in relation to that was feeling far away, wanting to be closer, but only if you're the one who's sure. Like essentially, I kind of know what I want, but if you're going to be the one who's unsure in that situation, then I want you to have to make that move to figure that out for yourself. And then the whole I'm not going to get hurt after that, and kind of going into the repeatability of the hook. But all in all, this is really solid. I'm really liking the direction that the group is taking, and I can't wait to see more for sure.
I like this a lot for their third track, but I did a little research. No.
Shit.
I did a little research also. This is actually on their B-side. So their third title track comes out August 1st, and that'll be Cookie. So they just threw out a B-side for the fans real quick. And this should have been an A-side, by the way it sounded, in the storyline with Attention and Hurt Boy.
Hype Boy.
I feel like first when they was trying to get someone's attention, they was trying to get Hype Boy's attention. Then they got Hype Boy. And now they telling Hype Boy, like, I'm not going to be the one that gets hurt. Like, I may want to say something, but I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to be the one. It's on you. You better get your ish together or we're done. But I like how they kept the video real simple. Nice, clean shots. I like this a lot. It was dope.
I think they did a good job too with the keeping with that storyline as far as Attention, Hype Boy. It's kind of that progress of the defense mechanisms. Kind of like you want this person, but then if you finally get them, you're still guarded and protecting yourself from getting hurt. So I really like sequentially kind of how they're going about telling that journey.
It feels like this the part like where the honeymoon is over.
Yeah, exactly.
And he was like, all right, now we done had so much fun these first couple of weeks. Now it's to the point of it'd be that one day someone doesn't text someone in the morning time or something like that, and it's like
go from talking like throughout the whole day to every
it might
few
be a
hours
simple
to every couple days.
miscommunication or something like that. You just already talking about you about to be hurt, or I'm not sure. It's like, all
And
right.
I think some stuff, because I do agree with you. I think some stuff goes without saying. Whenever someone says like they're not going to get hurt, I think it's always you're wrong, or just by you saying that, you probably are the one that's going to end up like being hurt. So I definitely agree with you, and I get the point like you were making and stuff like that. I just think it's one of those things where we know you're Yeah, sure, you're not gonna get hurt. You'll be crying in 2 weeks. You're probably crying now.
Gotta set up the next album.
How's it going?
Hope it worked out.
I hope it worked out. Shit, I hope so.
It did. You said the next joint Cookie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They see, they
Oh, the
eating
first.
together.
Or that's supposed to be the dance, Sean.
Chance one.
Yeah, I hope that's what that single's about. How you got anything else?
We're waiting
They're on
cookies.
Hype sub label. Adore.
Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe. Hashtag Redeemers. Let us know. I would say what other tracks you want us to react to, but we'll see y'all on August 1st, man.
Don't be afraid to send that text first.
Yeah, don't be afraid to get hurt. So now you gotta put yourself out there. Love you. Gonna holla at y'all. Peace.